Imagine this, the Wild West of hip-hop in the 1990s, where the music was bumping, the egos were soaring, and Suge Knight ruled the roost with an iron fist. But in the midst of all this chaos, there were a few fearless rappers who refused to bow down to the infamous Death Row Records mogul. From Eazy-E's bold stand against Knight's threats to Dr. Dre's defiance in the face of intimidation, these artists weren't about to let anybody mess with their hustle. So who were these rap renegades who stared down Suge Knight and came out on top? Eazy-E, the first challenger. Eazy-E, the man behind NWA, wasn't one to back down from a fight, especially when it came to protecting his turf in the music biz. Now things got a little spicy when Dr. Dre, Eazy-E's buddy and fellow NWA member, started feeling a bit miffed about his deal over at Ruthless Records. Now Dre wanted more dough, more control, you name it. But when he tried to hash it out with Eazy-E, guess who showed up instead? Yeah, man, wasn't none other than the big bad Suge Knight, throwing threats around like confetti at a party. But did Eazy-E cower in fear? Nah, man, not a chance. Dude stood his ground, even when Knight started throwing shade at Ruthless Records. See, Dre wasn't too pleased about how things was running at the label. Knight wasn't making it any easier. It was like a recipe for a hip-hop showdown. So Eazy-E, being the OG that he was, didn't let Knight walk all over him. Now he fought back, refusing to let his record company get trampled by Knight's antics. And that's how the clash between Eazy-E and Suge Knight kicked off, setting the stage for other rappers to follow suit and stand up to the music industry's big shots. But who else is involved in all that? Who else stood up to fight? Dr. Dre's stand against Knight. So Dre, the mastermind producer behind some of the hottest beats in the game, wasn't one to just nod along when things didn't sit right with him. Now, when he felt like he wasn't getting his due at Ruthless Records, now he didn't just shrug it off. Nah, man, he took matters into his own hands. Now, Dre bounced from Ruthless, leaving Eazy-E in the dust, and hooked up with Knight over at Death Row Records. But things wasn't all sunshine and rainbows at Death Row. Now, Dre and Knight clashed like oil and water, with Dre wanting creative control and Knight trying to flex his muscle. Now, it was like a classic case of two big egos butting heads in the music industry, and Dre wasn't about to let Knight call all the shots. So he made his move, leaving Death Row behind and setting off to create his own label, Aftermath. It was Dre's way of saying, I'ma do it my way, thanks. And then came Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, defiance amid tension. Alright, so during that whole East Coast, West Coast rap feud, tensions was high, to say the least, man. But Snoop, man, he wasn't sweating bullets like everybody else. Nah, he just kept on doing his thing, hanging out with whoever he pleased, even if they were from the other coast. Now, Knight obviously wasn't too thrilled about that though. Now, he wanted Snoop to toe the line, stick with the Death Row crew, you know the drill. But did Snoop Dogg cave under the pressure? Nah, man, our homeboy Snoop, he had a secret weapon up his sleeve. I'm talking Master P. Yeah, the man behind the No Limit Records swooped in like a superhero, offering Snoop a way out of Knight's clutches. With Master P's help, Snoop got himself released from Death Row faster than you could say, drop it like it's hot. And just like that, Snoop Dogg was a free agent, ready to chart his own course in the rap game. Now, it was a bold-ass move, but hey, Snoop's always been one to roll with the punches, or in this case, roll out of Knight's shadow and into the spotlight. But that ain't it, man. Eminem's disdain for Knight. Think of it like this. Eminem, the lyrical genius from Detroit, strutting his stuff at the Source Awards, when who should he bump into but the notorious Suge Knight? So things got heated up real quick with him and Knight exchanging some not-so-friendly words. Now, Knight wasn't too thrilled about Eminem's rise to fame, probably feeling a bit threatened by the white rapper shaking up the scene. But did Eminem back down? Nah, not a chance. Now, he stood his ground, refusing to let Knight's tough guy act intimidating. And let me tell you, Knight didn't hold back on the criticism either, calling out Eminem's authenticity as a rapper. But Eminem, he didn't let it faze him. He kept spitting fire on the mic, showing the world that he wasn't about to let some big shot music dude push him around. So mad props to M for staying true to himself and not letting Knight's tough talk get under his skin. Which brings us to M's home slice, 50 Cent. 50 Cent's encounter with Knight. Now, apparently, there was a showdown between 50 Cent and Suge Knight during the filming of the In the Club music video. Alright, so picture this. 50 Cent, the king of the club bangers, is doing his thing, laying down tracks and making moves in the music industry. But when Suge Knight rolls up to the set, things start to get a little tense. Now, Knight, with his entourage in tow, tries to throw his weight around, probably thinking he can flex his muscles and intimidate 50 Cent. But if 50 flinch? Nah, man, not even for a second. Instead, brother stood tall, staring Knight down without batting an eyelash. He didn't let Knight's tough guy act rattle him one bit. In fact, 50 Cent's response was nothing short of legendary. He basically told Knight, "I'm here to make music, not play games with you." Then he went right back to work on set. Now that's what you call keeping your cool under pressure. So hats off to 50 for showing the world that he ain't one to back down, even in the face of someone as intimidating as Suge Knight. Because I mean, let's be real, y'all. Suge Knight intimidating, yeah. But look at all the bullets 50 walked out of, man. That dude legit survived stuff that he shouldn't have. I don't think Suge Knight or anybody else is gonna intimidate the man. The Game's confrontation with Suge Knight. So The Game, the Compton rapper known for his raw lyrics and no-nonsense attitude, found himself in a bit of a sticky situation with the infamous Suge Knight. Now it all started when The Game dropped some bars that weren't exactly singing Knight's praises. I mean, yeah, he was throwing some shade at Knight's legacy, questioning the man's moves in the music industry. Now, you'd think that Knight wouldn't take too kindly to that kind of talk, right? Well, you'd be damn right, because Knight wasn't about to let The Game slide with them lyrics. But here's the thing about The Game, right? Dude ain't one to back down from a challenge, no matter where it be coming from. Not even when it's coming from someone as intimidating as Suge Knight. So The Game, he straight up stood his ground, staring Knight down with that signature steely gaze of his that he bring to bear. Now he made it clear that he wasn't about to let Knight's tough guy act shake him up a single bit. And that, my friends, is how The Game showed the world that he ain't just another rapper to be messed with. I mean, the man's got talent, and he's bringing the attitude and the guts to stand up for what he believes in, no matter who's on the other side of the ring. I mean, you want to talk tough as nails. That is, after all, why the man's called The Game. Just simply because he ain't playing around. So from Eazy-E standing up to Knight's threats, to Dr. Dre and Eminem refusing to bow down to his demands, these rappers showed true grit in the face of intimidation. And let's not forget about Snoop Dogg, The Game, and 50 Cent, who all stared Knight down without flinching or missing a beat. Now their defiance wasn't just about standing up for themselves. This was about challenging Knight's dominance in the music industry at the time. So by refusing to be cowed by his tough guy act, they sent a message loud and clear. Fearlessness and resilience are the hallmarks of their legacies. Now these rappers weren't just making music, they were making a statement, showing the world that no one, not even someone as powerful as Suge Knight, was gonna hold them back. And that, my friends, is what you can call staying true to yourself no matter what. And at the end of the day, that is one of the most important things in the rap game. Which brings us to the end of our video today. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below about all of this, and what your opinions are on these rappers, and if they changed, finding out that they stood up to Suge Knight. And make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel before you dip out. So thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you next time.